tight. It is kind of funny now. Like that doesn't look right, see? What? You're making that money, you get fired. I don't want anyone to flag or not. Nice sweater you bought me. Look at this. I'm gonna be represent 1, 2, 3. I go to Yale. I'm a Yale boy. I'm gonna go crew.
Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Library Show, baby. Shout out to each and every one of you on this beautiful day God has given us. What a blessed day to be alive, baby. Shout out to my mom. She's still in somewhat of a coma right now. I'm going to check on her. I spend at least 5 to 8 hours with her every day. I held her hand, played Pink Floyd last night, and hung out with her. My sister's been with her all night. And probably spend the night with her tonight as well. I love each and every one of you. I love you. I care about you all, and may God bless you all. And just because bad things happen does not mean God does not exist. Remember that. All right? We don't know the reasons for all the things in this life. We just don't. We don't, you know. But let's stay blessed. Let's get into it. And shout out to each and every one of you for being here. And also, yesterday was monumental. I didn't know, when I shared my emotions about my mother, I didn't know I'd get 1.2 million impressions. 7,800 likes, 274 reposts, and 2.7 thousand. And even all the way to, it got the attention of Tristan Tate, who said, what up? And then I called out Tristan Tate and Andrew Tate. I was like, what up? And a lot of people wouldn't have the guts, right? But I was like, dude, I'm my own man. And, you know, he was nice enough to absolutely respond. Respect to you, my friend. I'll pray tonight for the soul of your mother and also for you. So, and again, I'm not a clout chaser. Like, he's more famous and rich, but And at the end of the day, we're all children of God. What I love about it is him and his brother, convert to Islam and believe in God. And to me, it's really more about the connection to God. You know what I mean? And I found that really fascinating that they're well known, but they are loyal to the Almighty, man. And that just reiterates, why I do the same thing, why I have a connection with God, and why I believe having that connection is super important. Get you through anything in life. Like right now, I'm sitting here able to get through this live stream because I know that my mom's in a better place than I am, honestly. She's out of this realm. She doesn't have to be locked up inside of this body that we're in like I am, Cyber Monday sale right now, 70% off. Jump on in to TradingView, as well as me. If you go to CryptoLifer.com, CryptoLifer.com, we have a Black Friday sale still going all the way to Cyber Monday, 24th to the 27th. Get these prices, 777-222. You won't get these prices anywhere else. All right, and if you're already subscribed to the Me6 link, just unsubscribe, and this is kind of the directions of how to jump on in through the website. All right, and I mean, you will love it. So many people have joined the group already. One guy in 3 days already made his money back. Just read what the people are saying right here. These are all real people with their real words. No one was paid to say any of this stuff. This is amazing. Sam is the TA GOAT. 5 months ago, I was able to quit my job and start my wife's dream business and go full time. It just, Sam has given me the confidence to start trading. I've been swing trading for a while with good success, but Sam, my brother, your TA has given me the confidence to start trading low leverage 3 to 5x Bitcoin trades. I watch so many channels. Crypto Lifer is the best, hands down. Just from watching his live videos, Sam is the TA GOAT. Just from watching me live. And that's the thing, man. Just from watching me live, you'll understand why it's important and why you'll get a lot of value if you join the trading group. So jump on in today, Black Friday. This is the time. You can't get it any less expensive than now. Let's take a look at what's happening for Bitcoin on the morning as we break it down. I'm in a long. I said I was in a long last night to my trading group. I added to the long. I'm going to explain why and when I did that. And right now I'm down $11. Oh no, but it's $1,000 in it, 22x leverage. It's a $23,618 trade, as if you put 23 grand in the trade. All right, except it's different than that because you have a liquidation. If you did just put that in the trade, that's why I do, spot towards leverage. There's a plus and minus. You have to know what you're doing with leverage. Again, but people get so freaked out about leverage. Don't get too freaked out. It's okay. And we got a Joystream alert going on. We'll take a look at that for you. Joystream banging on them to the upside. My bag this morning was 777717. I mean, I find that, what are the odds? You buy a random bag of Joystream, you go in and out, and then one day it just hits a certain price with all the numbers next to it, and it makes your bag 777717. What are the odds of that? I find that my dad like waving at me or something, playing with the numbers. My dad loved the 77. 77 was an Irish thing. I don't know why, but a lot of Irish guys, 77, And there's an Irish guy in my neighborhood. He has 2 Cadillacs, and he has 77 FF on one and 77 on the other. He's got a fireman plate and a regular plate, so he can keep them both like 77. I don't know how he does it, because it looks like his plates are exactly the same. But if you look closely, you can see there's something different. But again, I mean, he's the guy in my neighborhood with the black Cadillac on that 77. And there's got to be an Irish guy. My neighborhood's like all Irish. It was an Irish stronghold, West Roxbury, Massachusetts, baby, the place to be. So shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. So yesterday I saw we were in this beautiful ascending triangle. See this? Kind of almost like a bull pennant in my humble opinion. Bounce, bounce, bounce. This is kind of the channel that we're starting to make here, getting tighter in the zone. We broke out. I was in the money last night while I was sleeping when Bitcoin went all the way to 38,495. So we went to 38.5. I mean, we're so close to 40K last night. We were 1,500 away from 40K. I mean, we could smell it. Yeah, 383. Fine. We were pretty close, though. So then we came down, and it almost looked like we were retesting. Like I brought this up. See? Breakout, retest. And that does look like a retest. However, it also looks like a descending triangle, which are bearish. And so I woke up this morning with some bearish tones in my mind here, looking at the price action, and it didn't look amazing. And I have to say, I mean, it does have some, descending triangle vibes. However, it still could be a bit of a falling wedge. It would be nice if we come down a little lower, like if we dump right now. Be kind of cool, because then we could do something like this, and we could say this is the falling wedge in more of a channel. But right now, we're technically still in somewhat of a falling wedge, but it has some descending triangle vibes. I have this rising wedge here. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. You lost the status, and you fell out of the wedge. If you open it up like this, it'd be too much. That definitely was the rising wedge right there that broke to the downside. And then you bearishly retested this level here at about 37,837. If you can't get back above that level, expect more downside. And now what I'm seeing too is a little bit of this. A little bit of a shoulder, The heads can be round like that and another right shoulder, and we would break down to the 200 SMA. We don't want to lose the 200 SMA on the 1 hour time frame. It would be nice if we get back above this POC, which is called a point of control on the VRVP, the volume range visual profile. We're going to look for this to get back above this red line. If we do that, very likely we can head further to the target. My target is here because that's the length of this pole here. And my target gives me 38,574.77 cents. Of course, on the 77 again. I mean, what are the odds? Every time. But so this is what I'm looking at. If we break down below, I'm looking for some type of small 1 minute, usually a 1 minute, even a 5 minute might be too big. I'm looking for a bearish retest of this little trend line here, and then we would likely fall further to the downside. Could you say we're still inside of the pattern and we just haven't left it yet? You know, I wanted to play with that idea, but when I did that, I have to remove myself from so many of the other, I guess we could do this and bring it down a little bit. You could almost say we're in a rising wedge now if you want, and say that's the top of the channel. And we're going to come all the way back down to the bottom of the channel. I like this idea that we're in the pennant because that gives us a level of a retest. You know, they could be either way, and they could both work depending on your trading style. But why this makes me feel better, and I'll tell you why. Because if we break back inside here, then it's so likely we come down. If I keep us all the way open-minded up here, then it's like we have to come down anyway. This is more bearish if you look at it this way. This gives you some hope that you could maybe get a bounce off what's called a retest and get a move further to the upside. So you're looking for the retest of the top trend line. You're looking for Bitcoin not to go below its previous support and resistance line right here at about 37,539, right? So 37,539. You break that, you're going to break this top channel, the point of control, and you're likely going to drop right here. And you're going to test this level right here. You're going to test somewhere around 36,500, 36,491. So those are the key areas that I'd be looking at for Bitcoin, all right? I'd want us to break back above this resistance right here at 37,662, and I would not want us to break this point of control at 37,373, all right? We break this point of control, you're coming down to the bottom of this channel, and you're likely going to test the level at about 36,561. And that's kind of what I'm seeing for Bitcoin. So can we break to the upside? The 1 hour suggests that we may, right? The 3 hours pointing down still. The 2 hour looks interesting. The 4 hours curving and could try to save us. I like what the 4 hours doing. If you look at the 4 hour alone, it's like making a little flag that could really break to the upside. We'll look at another chart too in a second. But I like what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin on the 4 hour time frame. And so I'm watching us in the zone here and seeing if we can get a break further to the upside. I'm long, as you said, as I said before, and I like the 4 hour. I like this bend. All right. Then I will go to the 22 and the daily, and they both 22 is a little higher for me. I don't like it to see, but it is just crossing the dotted line, which means a momentum can start. And the daily is just getting started. The daily is just getting started. I'm focused on the stochastics RSI. They're my main indicator of what's happening to a market. And again, this is a bit of a double bottom. As crude as it is, what a strange pattern. This little green candle has defied the shoulder, head, right shoulder too. All right. And let's just do a top-down analysis here. BTC, USD. I like to go to the all-time history index. Like to delete all my work. All right. And so look, previous support became strong resistance 2 times in a row, basically. We got close. We hit it the first time. We got close the second time. Clearly resistance right here for Bitcoin. Let's go to the weekly. If you're just watching me, this was somewhat of a bearish swing signal, but now we have this candle above it. I mean, now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight weeks of loveliness. Honestly, and people still think we're not in a bull market. I mean, I've seen coins 5x, 10x, and 6x. That doesn't happen in a bear market, I'll tell you that. People that are still in denial of where we're at in the markets just don't trade enough or don't understand. They don't understand markets, Once you get above a 200 SMA on the weekly time frame, you have entered into bullish territory. And I can backtest this. I mean, every single bull run began once we got above the 200 SMA. Right there we fell, got above it, never looked back. And you could look at asset after asset around the world, and you could take a look. This is the coin I'm going to show you in a second. I actually just ruined it. It's supposed to be a little, But jump into Cyber Monday. My link to TradingView down there, please. It really helps me out, helps you out. You got to get into TradingView. If you're not into TradingView, I don't know what you're doing. But you got to get into TradingView for sure. All right. Shout out to the Crypto Life remote microphone. Blessings on blessings. But look, I like to use like ES1, right? A long-term chart here. Mini futures. And if you look at ES1 and you go to the weekly, and look, I called that flag breaking out. gains. I've been telling you that this thing is going to blow up. I put a chart right here with a stop loss here. This was the trade. The target's way up there. You see, at 61.53. This is so in the money right now. It's ridiculous, this S&P future trade. But anyway, that's not what I really want to show you. Once you're low, you're in a bearish time. Once you get back above, booming on the weekly. You know, here you didn't even break the 200. It's very rare to even break it. But here we had a massive dump. This is exactly what Bitcoin just did. We had a dump. Bitcoin made bullish divergence on the weekly, and then it started to crawl to the upside. We crossed the 200 SMA, and that's the beginning of a bull run. Look, that's the beginning of a massive bull run. So anyone that tells you we're not in a bull run just doesn't know how to do technical analysis, period. You know, period. We got above the 200 SMA on the weekly and had 6 straight weeks. What did I tell you? Whenever you get above a 200 SMA, put a stop loss on the other side and ride it. It does it on the 1 minute. It does it on the daily. It does it on the 4 hour. It does it on the 12 hour. It does it on the weekly. It does it on any time frame you want it on. So now look, now we look at the VRVP, and the VRVP tells you a story. I'm telling you right now. And if you look at price action like a ball, all right, like a ball that's about to fall down a hill, you can see here's the ball. Here's the ball right here, right? And if it just starts to fall, it's going to dink, then it's going to hit, dink, dink, dink. It tells me that we can easily get to a new all-time high or pretty close to it without much aggression, without much resistance. Once we break this line where we're at right now, it's like smooth sailing all the way up to 48,000. There's just nothing in our way. Once we break that, it's smooth sailing all the way up to 59, and then there's really nothing to get to the top. So Bitcoin went up and down so fast in this area. There's not a lot of resistance for Bitcoin. You have a 50 coming for the 200 SMA, and this is what I teach you guys over and over again. So everything that we go over, all the things that we teach and learn, this was a cup and handle too that broke to the upside. The cup and handle has a bigger target. Let me show you. So if you just kind of zoom out to boom out, which I always say, right? And you take a look at the charts, the way the charts are, and you just take what they give you instead of using your mind and, oh, this is going to happen. That I feel so bad for people that are like, they're going to do this, then they're going to dump, then they're going to do this on Monday. It's like, dude, man, just stop telling yourself you know where price is going. And women, you know, guys and girls, like, stop telling yourself that you know where price is going. Number one, your predictions are going to hurt when they don't come true because you're going to think you were right. And it's not about being right or wrong. It's about using probabilities. You want to separate your ego and yourself from every trade. You're just simply a bot that's making an informed decision based on probabilities. Like this cup and handle breaks out 68% of the time. It's a falling wedge that breaks out. You know, you were going to break out. Then you get above so you get above this high volume node. You're just so likely you're going to 42,200. That's on my trade. That's like, you know, 42K is kind of the area that I'm looking at for the trade. But look, there's a Sammy cup and handy to the upside. Boom, boom, boom. I did draw this on the monthly. And on the monthly, I drew this, if you can believe it. October 1st, I put it out, October 31st. And you can see, man, 2 months of beautifulness. And the monthly's just getting started. Look where the monthly starts right here. Big move. So it tells us we have at least 4, 5, 6, 7 months. Could be a super cycle for Bitcoin really starting to brew because you can just see even the charts are saying that there could be a super cycle. So, you know, a lot of people saying we're in a recession, downtrend. Honestly, I don't know. The job market's a lot stronger than people realize. People are working. I'm hiring new people. Other people are hiring. It's just, there's a budding economy because people are forgetting how much AI, how much new technology is creating more opportunities. So yes, maybe we have some inflation and some issues. But we have a more robust economy than ever because we have a more technologically advanced economy than ever. And people don't think about that. I don't think they really put some weight on that, but it has a monetary value inside of the system of economics that we live by. So look at this, resistance, resistance, resistance on this line. If Bitcoin can't break back below the 200 SMA or this resistance, we have nothing to worry about. Some people worried this was a bear flag. If we broke back in, we would drop down. We could even come up and continue to pump. But the idea behind this is to pay attention. And now look, the 5-day has a massive green candle after what felt like it was going to take a bit of a dip. So, and now you retested this key level of support and resistance. Now you got to get above this next level. So I like what I'm seeing for Bitcoin on the 5-day. All healthy, all good to go. So far, it's in control. 3-day chart's in a flag, an uptrending flag. You got to take the length of the whole bigger bull. And says we can get all the way up to the target when it matches the target, which is eerily creepy. No such thing as a coincidence. And that level is going to be 48,529. All right, 529. So that looks interesting to me. Let's go to our daily time frame. And this is called top-down analysis. I'm going from smaller to, or from bigger to smaller, longer to shorter time periods, right? So I see this is inside a beautiful ascending triangle. Look at this curve on the daily looking nice. This is swinging up while that swung down. That is a hidden bullish div of types right there. It really is. And even this is like, even though that swings up, this swings up far more aggressively. Still kind of a class C hidden bullish divergence. So something you want to pay attention to, okay? How's the camera? Could it be better or worse? I'm a little yellow, but it is yellow in the room though. All right, let's move forward to the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour also curving, looking bullish to me. So I'm in this trade. I like the trade that I'm in, and I like what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin. And that's why I'm sticking to it. That's why I'm in the trade. That's why I doubled down too. So now we take a look at the 4-hour time frame, and I'm really just trading the 4-hour. Like, this is a bigger trade for me. I'm not sweating the 1 hour. And again, whenever you're trading, you want to kind of fall in line with whatever, you have to ask yourself what is your master time frame? Like, you can be looking at all different things, but there's got to be a master time frame that you're just like, and I switch it up. Sometimes the master time frame is the 30-second. Like, I'm only in and out. Sometimes it's the 1 minute. Sometimes it's the 4-hour. Sometimes it's the 1 hour, the daily. Like today, it's the 4-hour. I'm trading the 4-hour. I like what I see in the 4-hour. I like this shoulder, head, right shoulder. We broke to the upside. I was in the money. I like this bullish retest off the top of the channel. Interesting to me. So I'd like to see us get a nice pump out of this to the upside. The 1 hour and the 4-hour both looking like we could get the move. And even the bigger time frames like the daily suggest that we also could do it too. So again, nothing will happen if we can't get back above these two candles here. And that's going to be at 38,136, and we'll get these labels out for you so you can take a picture, and that's it. You won't have to really stress. So 38,228. Then we want to get to 39,312. And what I love about it is if we break this line and go back in the pattern, we're dropping to the downside, and then likely to come up and then drop. And if we lose this level, we're dropping to here, and if we lose that, we're dropping even further down. So like, I got a really good sense of where we're at. I don't need to stress too much about what Bitcoin's doing. I'm still in the long. All right, on a futures trade. Remember, if you're just joining us, and I gave the trade to my trading group exactly how I saw it. It did end up in the money big time because we went up to like 38,345. This was while we're probably up like $200-300 at one point. But what I did is I added to the trade. I'm down $18. But that's okay. You're not going to be up every single time you trade. You know what I mean? But that's something I'm babying, and it will take a long time. I'm either going to lose $600 or I'm going to make like $2-3 grand. So we'll see what happens. All right. So that's Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshell. One coin I want to teach you about is NEXA. Why do I like NEXA? Well, we'll talk about it. It's a proof of work UTX layer 1 blockchain. And actually, I've never met the team. No one paid me to do this. Look, 1717. Remember I told you about these 17s? Today was 777717. Now that's double 17. And it's up 17%. So weird. It's 1717 up 17%. That's triple sevens again with the triple one. I just find it crazy. Like, my dad is like using numbers to say hi to me all the time. NEXA employs technology as graphene, which reduces the traffic overhead by reducing block overhead, making block distribution more efficient. X Thinner, a new block propagation protocol that leverages the benefits of lexicographic transactions. Wow. Lexicographic transactional, offering LTORs to compress blocks by 99.6%. The team behind NEXA is a Bitcoin Unlimited, who are veteran software and blockchain architects who were integral in the development of Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash software and solutions. So it's like a Bitcoin coin. That's what I like it. It's proof of work. It's on Mexi, CoinX, and Safe Trade. I like this coin. I haven't bought any yet, but I'm thinking about getting down. And it's my trade of the day that I'm watching closely. Now, I'd like to see this come back down to the 21-day moving average. We may not get that. We may get a smaller flag, and things may just continue to pump. However, whatever happens, I want to start to get down, and this is something that I'm going to be paying attention to. Hopeless. Corny. Sorry. I'm not into like lovey-dovey songs, man. I'm so emo. And now I'm crying about my mom, So I don't judge. I just like, I don't like men crying about women on songs. It's just funny to me. I don't know. Actually, you know what? I love all music. I don't care what someone does. Turn up. No eat, no pay, baby. We'll keep it moving. So I'm watching NEXA closely with an alert here. When this thing gets ready, I'm in. and I'm in for the long haul. NEXA is my next Caspa. This thing is 0.000017. It's already up like 300%, but that's nothing because it's such a small coin. You want to look at it like this in your mind and realize that nobody knows about it and it's just getting started, right? If you look at it in your mind like this, like no one knows about this thing, it's just like, it's nil. Like there's so much potential for this coin to change the whole world. So NEXA's got some je ne sais quoi. Other people that are heavy-duty researchers like it too, so I cross-reference my reference with that. I like what I'm seeing here for NEXA. NEXA's on the radar. NEXA, baby, NEXA. See what Bitcoin's doing. It looks like it gets definitely pushed out of this to the upside at 37,762. I may even be in the money right now on the trade. Nope, 5 beans. We'll find. I want to go even harder right now and add a little bit more to the trade. Risk 112 for 14 for 400. I like that. 1 for 4. And I just added a little more to the trade. Now it's a $26,800 trade. We'll see what happens. But honestly, after a nice pump up like this and showing strong support and then getting into an ascending triangle, like 9 out of 10 times, they blow up to the upside. So my odds are, for me, in my life, from what I've seen, so my odds are good. And I like this falling wedge that could break to the upside. It's got some cup and handle type of vibe, ascending cup and handle. So I like what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin. It's on my radar. I like what's going down. Let me take a look at what's in the chat, everybody. How you doing? Did you say the next Caspa? Yes, I did. My family is from Cork. Yep. So is mine, man. Kind of news started last winter. Shout out to Fred Fibonacci. I'm more bullish on PEPE than any other coin, to be honest. Wow. Good for you, man. I own some PEPE. So there you go. Let's take a look at PEPE for you. Find out why you're so bullish. I did say bullish. I like PEPE, though. You know why I made a boatload of money on PEPE? Not a boatload, but like 13 grand. I mean, that's a good amount. So I wanted to break out of this cup and handle. It didn't do it. Just didn't do it. Wow, I see this shoulder, head, and possibly a right shoulder forming for Pepsi. A little bit of PEPE. So here we go. We got this, then we got that. I mean, it had the Adam and Eve double bottom triangle, right? It had the little flag to the side. A lot of times they do pump nicely. Don't miss the PEPE opportunity, guys, please. Don't force people into things. You're not doing that, but just don't, People will do whatever they do. You know what I mean? We got PEPE. Yeah, we're going to get rid of the PEPE bots right now. If you're going to bot us, you're going to get caught up by my man. He's going to know, so don't do it. All right, so this could be a descending triangle to the downside. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Someone could say, no, it's making a falling wedge. It's going to break out. Maybe. My thing, I would like to see it hit this trend line, get on the other side of it, and start to move. That would get me excited. And above this high volume node, both those ideas would tell me that we were able to break through previous support and resistance. But to me, it's likely that it's going to drop further down to the bottom of the pattern. Not saying it can't pump, but I believe we'll get some lower prices down here based on what I'm seeing on the charts. They are PEPE bots. Whatever happens to Morpheus Network? Interesting. It was hot, right? MNW. Well, there's Morpheus Labs and Morpheus Network. I like Morpheus Network here, right? Same thing here, too. It never made, it made a cup and handle pump, but it came right back down. Shoulder, head. Look at the giant head and shoulder pattern. 1, 2, 3. It was so obvious you're going to make money on that. Then it came down for the retest of the neckline and fell further down. It almost feels like people just gave up. I like Merit Circle too, but then they took it off for whatever reason. They took it off. XNA, God bless my friend. Let's take a look at XNA. There's two ways to look at XNA. When I'm looking at XNA, I like to look at the CoinX chart until MEXC really begins to get more mature. All right. Wow, this thing is mooning again. Like, look at this thing. Starting to moon again. I see it blasting to the upside, to be honest. I drew this flag and suggested it would break out like 2 hours ago. Look at that thing. And I believe I put this out to the trading group this morning, didn't I not? Let me see, because NEXA was on my mind. No, I put NEXA out. Did I put XNA out? I think I put it out last night, though. I put a lot of charts out last night. You definitely want to pay attention. Even gave you guys my live trade. I was so focused on it. Casper looks interesting to me. We'll take a look at it before I gotta jump on out of here. Chili's looks interesting to me. You want to write that down. Gala looks interesting to me. Looks like there's going to be a pretty big move coming for Gala. Yeah, yesterday night I was looking at the fact that it could break out of the Binance chart to the upside, back to 4.8. So we'll duplicate this for a second, and we will take a look at not the Binance, sorry, the NEXA chart, the newer exchange, right? We were on the low exchange. That is a giant cup and handle. I could see that making some gains. 786 retracement, just from, And get it, XNA is like DNA. You get it? It's like Neura. It's so crazy. Baby back ribs, baby. Grabs me 50K XNA a few days ago. Love is the strongest frequency in the game. Amen. Sending you love, my brother. Thank you. Joe, can you take a look at it? Sam. Joe. Yeah, if you send in a super chat, man, because I got to get out of here soon and be with my family. So if you send in a super chat, I will definitely abide by it. But I'm not just going to grab XNA update, XNA, RC Moore. Hey, Sammy, cup and handy. Just started using BOOKMAP. Could you please go over your settings? Thank you for everything you are doing. Yeah, I'm very basic with BOOKMAP. No crazy settings. I literally just add, you go up to the configure button, connections, and I just add BOOKMAP data. Really simple. Yeah, that's it. Nothing too crazy. Like you would hit a plus sign, BOOKMAP data, spot, multi-book, Bitcoin USD, T. That's it. 10 tick size, 0.01 granularity. 1 hour per 1 hour of the cloud. That's it. Take a screenshot right now. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to take a screenshot. And that's simple. And then you hit subscribe. Bang. All right. First, you do have to go to connections and you have to click on BOOKMAP. Make the connection. You might have to configure a new connection if you don't have it. Hit BOOKMAP. Add or remove platform and hit add connection. Now BOOKMAP data will be there. So you look for BOOKMAP data. So my bad. You make a connection. You look for BOOKMAP data. You get it going. Boom. Once you get that going, you then hit the plus sign, and then you'll see the data there, the things that you made. You'll take the data, and you'll sit multi-book. This is key. The symbol, and then, 10 tick size and granularity 0.01. All right. BOOKMAP is amazing, though. Also, they're having a Black Friday sale. Everything that you need to trade or that we use to trade is there for us at a very, very inexpensive price. So Bitcoin has some big orders up here on BOOKMAP, all the way up to 39,970 and about 38,580. Says we're likely going into that area, but there's no guarantees. There's no guarantees, right? None at all. Chipping in for flowers from prayers for you, man. Shout out to Barn. Thank you for the $20, man. Much appreciated to you, man. And today the day sets in, like the shock is starting to fade. Now I need to help my mother transition to the next world. If I believe I'm a soul that came in with my mom, and I was so close to her, man. We were binary stars for sure. Now it's time to for me to help her transition, right? That's just how it is. So let's look at what I thought about XNA yesterday. And wow, look at this thing mooning now to the upside. It just mooned. And it just mooned to the target. Look at this. Nailed it. So went a little lower and made another double bottom. So I first thought it could break out here. Then you have to elongate. I went to sleep. I don't know everything. And it's a brand new coin on the exchange. But man, now it's pumping again. This thing is going to moon. This thing is going to moon. I'm about to grab like a bit of it. So I see it going all the way to 9. But because the target's a little different now because of the way the angle was, the measure move is about 8.5 from 4.8. But this thing's, wow, it's on a tear right now. It's so small, and people are going to understand what it does. The miners like it, like everything, everybody's into it. Look, it just broke this resistance. Once it clears this, it's only going for this area, and then, it's going to go back into all-time highs. I'm looking at both on NEXA and here, but look at that thing. Look at that thing mooning now. Wow. It's a little overbought on the 33rd. 4 hours just getting started, so this 4 hour is breaking out with room to move. So, wow. Exciting times to be alive, right? Now, you don't want to chase. I already have a pretty big bag, and I'm up pretty nicely. but I definitely kind of want more. You know what I mean? I desire more of this coin. I really do. And I believe it's going to pump again today. The charts are telling me what's going to happen. It's not emotions, it's the charts. They're telling me, hey, you could moon here on some seriousness. So because we're going to moon here, and I've never bought any here. All of it's on CoinX, right? So I'm going to build, what I like to do is build 2 bags, and then when I get the right wallet, it comes right out. All right. We take a look at XNA though real fast. And I'll buy another $1,800 here. Yeah, you know what? Let's make it $2,000. Let's empty the kitty, you know. And I'm gonna buy some XNA here too. I might even, if it enters into the futures, I will take a futures trade too as well. And I usually overbuy on the spread because I want to fill. I always keep my confirmation window in case I'm doing something funny. It happens. Dude, that was filled immediately. I love it. I love it. I love it. So we're adding new bags. We're venturing off into the new world here. You've got to see me buy a bunch of new different coins. And look, Bitcoin makes the rip. It's going to take the whole world with it. I like this as kind of a ascending cup. I love this handle. The 4-hour looks good to me. Again, if we break back inside the pattern, we're coming down here. And then I'm not bullish or bearish. I'm not 100% either way. I've just played the probabilities. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Good morning, Lifer Fellow. Bitcoin Maxi here. Still going in on my own pocket to spread awareness about Jesus coin. Just so many people will give a second to research how special of a coin it is. God bless you. Thank you for the $9.99. And we'll take a look at Jesus coin here, and we'll do it the right way for you. If you really want to know about a coin, everyone, you go to Jesus coin. All right. Thank you so much for the love, and thank you for putting the coins in the jar, man. I appreciate that. I think the jar's missing, right? Do I have a jar out? No, I got the jar. I'm about to say, was the jar missing? So Jesus coin. Now they got a BSC. There's always different. I believe this is the right one, though. It's another thing with these memes. You got to be careful. 21 million market cap. Look, 777s on the Jesus coin. Funny. So more, everyone follows these strange rules. I thought it was just me, but it seems like everybody, right? I didn't get it from nowhere, so. 400 plus tokens. Find your 1000X. Matcha? Interesting. Find the best prices for over 4 million tokens. Really? Aggregated. Do you have XNA? Watch, they don't have like the one coin I want. You can get it on BNB chain. Interesting. Matcha. XYZ. Giant buy zone. Anyway, so you come down here and you want to see if this has a contract address. It better. And it's only on ETH. The fees will get high eventually. And then you want to go to Dex Screener. All right. DexScreener.com. Once you're there, you're going to go to search. And you're going to paste in that contract address that you found. And it's going to find Jesus coin. And then you're going to be able to see the buys and sells live on chain. Understand what's happening and get a good information piece of what's going down. We'll take a look at our daily first. That's what I always look at. Wow, it dumped. And then ever since it was at like these lows, wow, it's been doing damage. And what I do now is my fast setup. I just add RSI and I add the stochastics and the relative strength index. Stochastics are getting a little high, but I like the move that we're getting. And these don't need to be too big. I just want to kind of assess what's happening on the bigger time frame. Ooh. And I double click this to give it its all. And honestly, it's a bit of a cup and handle, right? It's so hard for me not to buy everything when I can see the probability of it going up. But I can't own everything, so I can see 100 probabilities, and I can only buy 1 or 2 things. Slow with that door, honey bun. Possibly 68% getting to the next target, though, out of the bigger move. All right? But that's Jesus coin for you, man. I'm not into it, man. It's a meme to me. I love Jesus, and it's cool, but I'm all set. You know what I mean? I'm just all set. I'm memed out. I got my PEPE. I got some pen. I got some PSYOP. I got a few memes already, I don't, and again, because it's called Jesus, people are getting, like, really attached, but, like, some random person that maybe not even care. Like, it's all about intention, It's all about intention. Wow, man, this thing's about to go to all-time highs and more. I see this thing booming up to or 7-1 now. And how many people are on the live stream? I didn't even get a chance to look. $888 people on the live. Are you kidding me? 364 likes, $3 in chat revenue. And I just do these usually. These are quick little live streams. I got to jump on out of here and go help my wife and my kids. But this is what I'm looking at for the day, man. And some other things that I see I will be posting to the trading group. Enjoy your family. I lost the biggest piece of my life on Thanksgiving Day. I lost my mother. She had a stroke. Next thing you know, she looked at me. She said, I don't know. My mom was so young. She worked out every day. She took care of herself. She was so worried about not being there for us. And she wanted to grow with us. You know, my dad passed, and she's like, oh, I have so much longer to live, she told me. And I have so many things I want to do. She really did, man. And I believe she was injured by the, you know what I mean? And, you know, she's one of the, you know, the people that should never have had her life cut short. I get angry almost more than anything else lately. And why am I not breaking down? Am I heartless? Am I such a businessman that I don't care? No. I'm just at peace. She's with my dad, you know, and she hasn't passed yet. She's still in a coma. Like, her body is still breathing. The doctors actually are surprised. They don't understand why she hasn't passed yet. And I'll be here as long as it takes, a week, 2 weeks, it doesn't matter. And that's a beautiful thing too about my job is I can be anywhere I need to be at any time for anyone. Like if you were my brother or sister or my best friend and you were sick or you needed something, I could bring all my stuff. As long as I could do my job, you know, spend a couple hours here and there and do what I need to do, I could be there for you. I can be in any location needed because I'm a trader and I have an online business. So remember, make sure you can get remote chief, baby. Shout out to everybody here on the live. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I thank you so much for your love, your kindness, your consideration, and for being here. Super chats, Joy Stream. We'll take a look at Joy Stream and then I'm out of here for the day. All right. And shout out to all the fan funding. I just like to shout everyone. I'll give them some screen time. Mr. Oh So Fresh. Is space a long-term hold or take profits and move on? Thank you. Just join the trading group. That's up to you, man. Most things that I post are going to be swing trades. I'm in and out. You know, you have to answer that question for yourself. No one can answer that for you. You might find the coin more interesting than me. You might, you know, I don't know. Are you swing trading? Are you long-term holding? These are questions that you have to answer yourself. But thank you so much for your first super chat. I really appreciate that. Can you look at 3 Bull, please? Turn 4 into 300 from your call 2 months ago. Isn't that pretty cool? That thing just continued to pump. Shout out to Crypto Profit. Can we look at Tara? Tara is pretty interesting. Joystream, XNA we looked at. And shout out to all the people here who we got. Bam Bam, we got Z Dubs. Hey, Sammy Cup and Handy, I just started using BOOKMAP. And we went over that. XNA, we went over that. XNA again from After Hours Investing. RC Moore. Vino Graphics. Vinos Gyros, my man. And Lee Colafai, Paper Toast 240. Can you look at Gronk? Might pop. I'm going to stay off of Gronk. You can look at Gronk on your own. And I appreciate the super chat. I just don't want to get people into that coin right now. Out of respect for me, please. And then we look at Tara, Space of Long-Term Hold. Can you look at 3 Bull? All right. So we got to look at 3 Bull, Tara. And there was something else. No. And thank you so much for chipping in for those flowers. That's super nice of you. Okay, so the first thing we're looking at, and then I got to bounce, is Tara. And then I'll look at 3, which is a bull. Tara, to me, is likely to pump hard. All right? It really is. It went to a high, right, of 2, 3, got sold off, but didn't really lose much of the sell-off. Got tighter in the zone, right? And now you can see what it's doing now. Just to me, it's just consolidating and getting ready for a bigger move, right? Now I'm already in this for, you know, $4,000. I like Tara. It moves. It tends to kind of move after Casper or with Casper too, but it's an AI idea. And there's a lot of cool new layers out here that are going to change the game. I see Tara going up 90%. I'm personally in the trade already, ready to rock. So could be breaking down. You never know, but there's a lot of buy pressure for this coin and a lot of people like it. I look at the daily. Daily's getting ready to move. You look at your 22-hour. Your 22-hour looks good to me. So Tara looks like it's about to go on some type of Tara. All right. I like Tara right now. I'm in the coin, But again, no one pays me. I don't know the Terra team. I'm just the TA guy. I'm going over what I see in the technical analysis. And I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade, right? Never ask me if something's a swing trade or a long-term hold. I mean, I don't know. That depends, because there's so many. What if you couldn't eat and you needed money in your bank account? Like, it might be a swing trade then. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, I don't know your personal, I don't know where you are personally in your finances, so I can't make those type of decisions for you. Only you can. Only you can. Only you can. All right? All right. So Tara looks interesting to me. And then the last super chat there that I did see was 3 Bull. For that one, you have to type in like A first, then delete. See, because it goes to an interval. So you type in like A, delete 3 ULL. If you type in 3 first, it's going to think you're doing something with like an indicator or something. So this thing just continued to moon. It did not stop, right? I mean, anything anyone held diligently for 2 months is really up pretty nice, right? Now some say, oh, okay, it's getting too far, I could dump. And that's very well possible. But the sentiment is high, right? And things just keep going further up. So it's called it's buy high, sell higher season. That's the funniest thing. But, shout out to Jacob Canfield. And shout out to every single person that said what up. I really appreciate it, all right? I'm not doing any more TA. I'm out of here for the day. I appreciate the super chats, but I've said it really clear. And again, you didn't know. You might come in. But I'm out of here for the day, everyone. Yeah, I got to go help my wife. I'll finish that super chat maybe in the trading group. If you want to, I'll go over Jasmine. But I got to call it at one point, all right? Thank you for the $5, though. I really appreciate it. I feel like I have to do it now because it's like, but this is the last one. I'm not doing another one. I do the, if you'll all get to know me. Saturday mornings are kind of just, they're not like the show. Like Saturday night, I will do every single super chat you throw at me, I personally, Jasmine did something with her circulating supply that threw me off, and I never since really cared about it since then. It's hard for me to, be passionate when I see stuff like that, but definitely consolidating. Looks a little like the coin we just looked at, like symmetrical triangle. They're bearish patterns either way. They could break up or down. There you go, though. But this is, a lot of things are like this. If this continues, I would put an alert here, and when the alert hits, I'd reassess the situation. It does look more bullish than bearish to me, though, due to the consolidation. And the whole market rips. It's going to rip. So things are all kind of brewing. They're getting ready for some type of bigger move. Target is 006. All right. 3 Bulls in the same thing. So I'd watch 3 Bull and thank you so much, everybody. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. May God bless your families. May you enjoy your lives. And no matter what, never lose your faith in God. No matter how bad it, you could be like, oh, why did this happen? God doesn't, no. Everything happened for a beautiful reason. My mom died with each and every one of us together with her, and she's still not dead yet. She suffered a severe stroke, though. And she was doing everything she can. She went to a famous neurologist that knew everything. You're a mystery to me, he said. She had the top doctors in the world. She got lucky. She ended up getting an interview with this, and that gave her hope. She's like, I got the best doctor ever. And I knew because she had done this that it didn't matter, but I didn't want to tell her that. I talked to my wife, and I've been waiting for this time, so I wasn't that surprised. Because everyone I knew that did this at the age that they did it at, it destroyed them. It destroyed them. And I saw it happen. And I warned my whole family, but they did not listen to me. And I live with that pain, but I didn't do it. I spoke to God. I said, I will never damage this beautiful body you gave me. No way. God bless each and every one of you. So I'm dealing with the pain. I'm dealing with a little bit of anger there. But what can I do? May God bless each and every one of you. May you have a blessed day. Thank you so much for everything you've given me, and I'll continue to give to you. I'll see you tonight for the live show. I love you all. Thank you for the love. And everyone that's reached out, if I didn't get a chance to respond, I read it. I read everything I could. And I love you all. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You did help. Every time someone reached out, it helped. Thousands of messages telling you that someone loves you and cares about you in many unique different ways is a blessing. Thank you.